look like we will have play imminently, which is very, very exciting. So high time we now look ahead to the second semi-final of this edition of the T20 World Cup. As I mentioned, England taking on India in Guyana today. Shoaib, I come to you first. You had India down as your finalists, potentially your winners as well, pretty much from the word go. What are you expecting today from them up against the defending champions?
India thoroughly deserved to win the last World Cup as well, but unfortunately, I feel for Rohit. You know, this is the most selfless captain and the guy who really wants to win for the country. He wants to leave the legacy, probably the retirement after this winning the World Cup, probably, if not. I think this guy deserves the most, as his intention is that, you know, the India, he wants his name to be put up there in tops of 3 to 4 captains of India. But, you know, if he goes through with the rain, by not having to play the match, he would be very happy. But I would love to see a couple of, you know, 10 to 20 overs game once to give England a fair amount of chance to, you know, to come back. But India is definitely, I think, most well-deserved team that, you know, should win the World Cup. But again, we will see what happens. I don't know what's the news of the ground. We'll get the news of the ground very shortly. But yeah. England, India, South Africa, that'll be a great contest.
Well, that's a really important point you do make, because confirming that should we get a total washout today, it will be India that advance, because they finished top of their pool in the semi-finals. So that they do get to go straight the way through, should that be the case, as they did finish in first position, Marty. But, you know, having a little look at the one of the reasons why England have made it so far in the competition thus far is the fact that they have had some really wonderful batting prowess, some consistency throughout that top order in particular. Joss Buttler, Phil Salt have been brilliant. Taking a little look at team run rate there, they're sitting on top of that at an average of 37.7, going at 9.8. What do you think makes England such a strong prospect today?
Yeah, they've got a very well-rounded team, just like India do, and what South Africa is showing to have as well. So, I mean, that run rate there, it might be blown a little bit out of proportion because they had a couple of very small chases and they got there in sort of, you know, that 3 to 5 over mark. But, you know, hats off to them. They've gone out and played their shots. They had a tough game, a couple of games early on. They had a washout against Scotland and then lost to Australia. So they've turned things around. But it's not only that. You know, their bowling has been pretty impressive as well. I mean, if you look at what Adil Rashid's been able to do, he's been fantastic with the ball for them, albeit a little bit greedy with you know, bowling to the lower order and bowling wrong-uns and things like that and getting wickets. But look, he's been bowling really, really well. Not only taking wickets, but his economy rate is impressive as well. Leg spin's a tough art to be bowling in this modern day, and he is doing it really, really well. You know, he's up there with among the best leg spinners in the world. You know, put him up there with Rashid Khan, you know, Shamsi. And there's Ish Shodhi even as well. I mean, he's been fantastic for New Zealand over the years, and there's just, yeah, they've just got such a good bowling lineup, and with Jofra Archer back, it gives him so much confidence to go out there and just try and bowl teams out. I mean, Mark Wood bowls fast. You know, he's got one job, and that's to go and bowl fast and take wickets. They got Jofra Archer, they got left arm and Reece Topley. You know,
they've played around with their lineup too. They've utilised the bench. We've seen Sam Curran come into the side as well. Reece Topley is now in that playing 11, and we saw what Chris Jordan did with his hat trick the other day. Yeah,
I mean, they've got options, and you know, they give a little bit of a rotation policy and a conditions-based team. So who knows what they'll roll out today. We're not sure what the wicket's going to do, if there's going to be a game. But I would say if it's a shortened game, look for Chris Jordan to be playing for his all-round abilities. I'd say they keep Reece Topley in there for a left armour and probably Curran. And then you've got obviously Archer, Rashid, Moeen as well. So I think that'll be their team to go with. And I wouldn't imagine they're going to change their batting order at all.
अभी हम यूनुस अगर इंग्लैंड की बैटिंग पे आए, क्योंकि बॉलिंग का हमने देखा है, वी हैव एन आइडिया कि उनके वो क्या कॉम्बिनेशन लेके जाएंगे. दे विल बी रिलाइंग अ लॉट ऑन द स्पिन टुडे, कंसीडरिंग दैट वी आर गोइंग टू बी प्लेइंग इन गयाना. बट बैटिंग की तरफ अगर हम आए इस वर्ल्ड कप में, ऑल्दो वी हैवंट सीन अ लॉट ऑफ देयर बैटिंग डेप्थ, जिसकी वजह से दे आर नोन, बट एट द टॉप ऑर्डर एज वेल they have the best run rate in this World Cup. They have the best run rate when it comes to the power plays only, and they have lost the least number of wickets in the power plays in this World Cup. आप देख सकते हैं वो टॉप ऑर्डर थोड़ा चेंज इस बार हमें नजर आया. फिल सॉल्ट और बटलर जो हैं वो अब ओपन करते हैं, लेकिन इतनी कम विकेट्स इन्होंने गंवाई हैं इस वर्ल्ड कप में इन द पावर प्लेस, दैट सेज अ लॉट अबाउट वेयर देयर स्ट्रेंथ्स लाई. बट क्या इनके साथ भी वही प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है जो कि अफगानिस्तान के साथ एक्सपोज हुई, कि उनके मिडिल ऑर्डर को इतना चांस भी नहीं मिला, और जब वो एक्सपोज हुए तो फिर ऑफ कोर्स इट वाज टू लेट फॉर देम.
अब मेरे ख्याल से देखें, इनको फ़र्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. उसकी वजह ये कि देखें, ठीक है, फिल सॉल्ट की बात करें, जॉस बटलर की बात करें, तो ज़्यादातर इनकी परफॉर्मेंसेस नज़र आई, लेकिन वो मैचेस भी उनके कम ओवर्स के हुए हैं, तो वो जाते थे और वो जाके उसको चेस करके आ जाते थे. लेकिन मैं उनकी अगर बैटिंग की डेप्थ की बात करूं तो हमने अभी बेस्ट मोइन अली का नहीं देखा. हमने अभी जॉनी बेयरस्टो ने जो है ना, जॉनी ने 2-3 इनिंग ऐसी खेली हैं, उन ठीक है उनकी तरफ से नज़र आया. लेकिन अगर मैं उनकी पूरी सैम करन की तरफ जब वो खेलते हैं तो वो भी ठीक ठाक बैटिंग करते. तो मैं अगर ये बात करूँ कि ये दोनों टीमें अगर कंपेरिजन करें तो इंग्लैंड ने ज़्यादा एक्सपेरिमेंट किए हुए हैं. ऑन द डे वो टॉपली को भी खिला देते हैं, उसके बाद सीजे को भी खिला देते हैं. तो वो उन्होंने सारे जो अपने जो टूल्स हैं उनको यूज़ किए हुए हैं. और इंडिया की बात करूं तो इंडिया ने भी चले एक आधी चेंज किए हुए, लेकिन इंडिया भी अगर मैं उनकी बैटिंग ऑर्डर की बात करूं, मैं उनकी टीम की ऑर्डर का बात करूं, तो ज़्यादातर वो एक ही तरह की टीम खिला रहे हैं. लेकिन दोनों टीमों की मैं अगर बात करूं तो तीनों शोबों में वो अच्छी नज़र आ रही है. उनके कैप्टन्स बहुत मेच्योर परफॉर्मेंसेस कर रहे हैं. उनके बाद अगर उसकी मैं बॉलिंग की बात करूं तो वहाँ पे मैच विनर्स मौजूद हैं. फिर मैं उनकी स्पिन अटैक की बात करूं तो ये जो स्पिन का जो दोनों तरफ लोडेड टीमें हैं ना, तो ये इस हमने ख़ास तौर पे हम T20 की जब बात करते हैं, जो मिडल फेज़ में है, अगर आपके पास स्पिनर अच्छे हों तो वो आपको गेम बना के देते हैं. और अब मैं दोनों टीमों की बात करूँ तो एक तरफ आदिल रशीद की मैं बात करूं तो सबसे ज़्यादा आउट करके कि मोइन अली की तरफ से अभी हमने वैसी बॉलिंग नहीं देखी. ठीक है, वो लिविंगस्टन को लास्ट मैच में जो हमने बात की कि यार क्योंकि जब एक 2 ओवर कराते हैं तो आपकी फिर स्पिनर की तरफ परफॉर्मेंसेस नहीं आती, तो उन्होंने 3-4 ओवर करा दिए. अगर इस तरह मैं इंडिया की तरफ जाऊँ तो वहाँ पे भी ऐसे स्पिनर अक्षर पटेल ने बहुत ज़बरदस्त लास्ट में मैच में बात की. उसके बाद कुलदीप यादव की अगर मैं बात करूँ तो वो एक गेम चेंजर हैं. तो मेरे ख्याल से दोनों टीमों की बात करूं तो बिल्कुल लोडेड लग रही है. बस एक प्रॉब्लम है, मैच थोड़ा अच्छे ओवर्स का, ज़्यादा ओवर्स का होना चाहिए.
फुल 40 ओवर्स, दैट्स
चले फुल 40 ना हो, लेकिन कम अराउंड 15, 16, 17 ओवर्स का होना चाहिए, ताकि दोनों टीमों के पास इक्वली चांस हो. ये ना हो कि 5 ओवर का और सडनली आपकी बाजू का आपके मुताबिक टॉस हार जाते हैं, टॉस इफेक्ट हो जाता है. वो नहीं होना चाहिए. मेरे ख्याल से थोड़ा सा लंबा मैच होना चाहिए.
Because Guyana is gives you the sport.
आपके सामने जो
No, the track you can't see it, no. You can see the covers. So I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting outfield. This outfield's going to be very damping, drenched with the water. But you know, it looks all right. The ball will not travel as fast as would you like to be. But what kind of the track that we're looking to play on underneath of this covers? That's going to be so much interesting, and that's going to be so much confusing. I hope they covered up well. I really hope. But the dampness always goes in, and rather is choosing to bat first with Rohit Sharma, with his mindset and with the approach towards what he wants to do. I think it's going to be interesting to see for the both teams. I think the bowlers, again, they're in for the big game. It's going to be so much there for everybody.
But wash out nahi ho.
I hope not. I'll be honest with you, I hope not. You know, I really want England to have a fair amount of chance to go out there and to display. Even for the 15 overs, I forget about 30 overs.
They've been unlucky when it comes to rain in this World Cup, you know, starting their campaign like
Since 92. I mean, these are the teams that got us in the final. Yeah, I know.
They must just sing that.
I really want to see a good game of cricket, and even if it's for 30 overs, if not 20s. But, you know, England needs to have a fair amount of chance to go out there and display. And it should be a good game of cricket.
Right, it's time now for some cheesiest deals once again for you in this show. Aaj ka bhi another interesting, very exciting question for you and another chance to